My faithful friend, you're there everywhere I go in my life. My faithful friend, in the darkness, a light shine over my life. My faithful friend, you bring peace in my heart in the trouble. Faithful friend, you are.
Happy to see you. I'm happy to see you as usual. When we're together, I am overjoyed. I'm really delighted to see you. I'm happy because we are going to share this time here together as usual. It has been a little bit long time. Last time they have put the second broadcasting, but today we are going to have a new one. Yeah, I am happy for a second time, As usual here in this TV show, Let's Speak English, I am used to teaching people, okay? Last time we learned some, and this is, a catching up, we have to come back a little bit so as to know what we have seen last time. Last time we have learned some, and I've told you, I have explained you how to use some, any, and no. And we also gave examples, okay? We also gave examples about some, and And we also, okay, we have seen ego, how to use ego, okay? I told you ago, we have to use from the time of speaking to a point in the past tense. You seen? Example, some weeks ago, some days ago, 1 year ago. And also, used to. I told you we have present and past habits. In past habits, we say, I used to teach, I used to eat. But in present habits, you better say, I'm used to teaching, I'm used to eating, okay? And also you'd better know that we have a YouTube account. If you need to watch this English TV program, today, it's 1 a.m. today, to be the beginning of tomorrow, okay? 1 a.m. o'clock, it will be a second broadcast. And if you miss it, you didn't have the time, or you won't have the time to watch it, you'd better go on YouTube. You type with NSUKA, okay? You are going to watch all. And today we're gonna learn the use of already, yet, still, and again. And I'm going to call Mr. David in here. Can you give us the page first to start learning? Mr. David, I'm waiting for you. All right. Good. The use of already, yet, still, and again. Mr. David, I don't see well over there. You'd better arrange it a little bit, okay? It will be okay. We are waiting for that. I'm going to explain you how to use already, yet, still, and again. Apart from that, we're gonna learn comparisons. Okay, never mind. I start by already. You say already, used in affirmative and interrogative sentences placed before the ordinary and after the auxiliary verbs. This is the use, okay? The way of using already. And let me give the first example. We have, I am already there. I'm already there. Example, you call me on the phone. Mr. Mike, where are you right now? I say, oh, you told me to come to visit you home. I'm already there. Right? I'm already there. I'm waiting for you. And you were delaying. Okay. It's not correct what you're doing. I'm already there. The second one is, I've already spoken about it. I've already spoken about it. We have to know that we are in the present perfect tense. When we say I've already spoken about it, yeah, we are using already in the present perfect tense. Okay? Example, I've already explained. I've already taught. Conjugation, vocabularies. And when you ask me questions time to time, I can tell you, so come on. I've already spoken about it. I've already taught it. Right? You'd better pay attention. And you'd better be careful once we're teaching. The third we have, he has already known what you mean. Good. He has already known what you mean. It means before you say something or before saying something, they've already known. Example, you've already spoken about it, we talked about it last time, and you forgot. You come to talk about it for a second time. I say, oh, come on. You've already, so come on. I've already known what you mean. Or he has already known what you mean. We also have, can you already do this before he comes? Yes. I ask you a service. Okay? And we are waiting for somebody. That can be Mr. Hugh, for instance. Okay? And the time you're waiting for him, I ask you, I say, can you already do it before he comes? Before Mr. Hugh comes. This is the way you're using already. And have you already worked for Ewan? Have you already worked for Ewan? A question. Because we use in interrogative form as, said or as we read in the definition or the use. Has your brother already paid the tuition? Has your brother already paid the tuition? He was speaking about tuition already also. And with an ordinary verb, you can say he already knows what? He already knows it. He already knows it. We keep on. After already, we have yet. How can we use yet? We use yet in negative and interrogative sentences placed at the end or after the verbs. After verbs, if you need. And the first example, I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen him yet. We use yet in negative form and always placed in the end, at the end of the sentence. This is the way of using yet. The second example, in interrogative form, I say, is it 10 yet? Is it 10 yet? Here we in interrogative form. Right. Did she come back yet? Did she come back yet? Okay. Let's keep on about still. I'm gonna check here. Still. You'd better hang a bit. I'm looking for it. Still is there. Okay. I often tell you that I'm using my purpose because over there, the TV set is far away, okay, difficult for me to see. That's the reason why I'm using my purpose. My syllabus, it was written by me, by Mr. Mike. Right. Still, used in affirmative, interrogative, and negative sentences. We have to care about this use. We have to care about this definition. It's interesting, right? So as no speaking for the sake of speaking or speaking as we need. No, we have to care about the grammatical structures that can permit us to be perspective. The first example, I'm still home waiting for somebody. I'm still home waiting for you. I'm still home waiting for him. I'm still home waiting for them. I'm still home waiting for my fathers. When I speak about my fathers, it means first of all my own father and my fatherly uncle. Right, these are my fathers, my fatherly uncles. I was speaking about I'm still home waiting for somebody. Interrogative, do you still keep on going to unite your friends? Do you still keep on going to unite your friends? Uniting people, for instance, when there is or there are misunderstandings, there is misunderstanding, they don't agree each other. You'd better go to unite them, okay? So as to look for peace. We need peace. We have to live in peace. We have to agree each other. Once there's misunderstanding, we have to overcome. We have to overdo. We are human beings, okay? Once there's misunderstanding, we have to know how to care about it. How to overcome. And we forget. I keep on about. I want to precise something here about. Do you still keep on going to unite your friends? Because with E in the end, you read unite. But when there isn't E in the end, you have to say units. And there is a difference between units and unite, okay? For instance, when you say United States of America, United States of America, and units one. This is the difference. Again, use again in affirmative sentences, and you can also use it for orders. You can also use it for giving orders. When you need to oblige someone, okay? But first of all, in affirmative sentences, and you can also use it. You can also use it. This is a probability for others. First example, you can speak again. You can speak again. You must cry again. Do it again. Do it again. Again, here, wake again. Okay, wake again. I can emphasize, or I can add, or if I read again. It means read for a second time. Go again. Pray again. Cook again. Okay? We have to care about it, okay? We often say, as one saying goes, education is the movement from darkness to light. It's really right. This is the education, what we are doing here. Okay, I hope that in 2 months we're gonna speak English. Okay, if I keep on doing like this, I keep on working, I keep on teaching like this again and again, every Tuesday we're gonna speak. In addition, you learners, okay, If you need to pick up something interesting, if you need to learn, you'd better care about let's speak English. That can permit you to earn words, verbs, vocabularies, and so on. But I'm gonna repeat again about already. I said the use of, or I am teaching the use of already, yet, still, and again. We said already used in affirmative sentences placed before ordinary and after the auxiliary verbs. Okay? Here we have to know the difference between ordinary and auxiliary verbs. Next time I'm gonna teach you the difference between ordinary and auxiliary verbs. How can we conjugate auxiliary verbs? And how can we conjugate ordinary verbs? We have to pay attention. Example, they give you to speak. They say, can you conjugate the verb to speak in interrogative form? Pay attention, over there we cannot inverse because we have to inverse auxiliary verbs in interrogative form, but not ordinary. Okay? It's in parentheses. Example, I can say am I or have I or are you. But speak you cannot inverse. No, I cannot say it because if I try to say it, some people will understand in another way. They'll say Mr. Mike said like this. You have to put your auxiliary do before. Do I speak? Do you speak? Do you understand? Okay? Right, let's come back to our shape. We said already used in affirmative and interrogative sentences placed before ordinary and after auxiliary verbs. These are examples. I'm already there. I've already spoken about it. He has already known what you mean. Can you already speak? Can you already do it before he comes? Have you already works for union? For UN. UN means United Nations. Okay. Has your brother already paid the tuition? He already knows it. He already knows it. Yet used in negative and interrogative sentences placed at the end or after the verbs. After verbs. Examples. I haven't seen him yet. Is it 10 yet? She hasn't finished yet. Did she come back yet? Let me keep on. Still used in affirmative, interrogative, and negative sentences. I'm still home waiting for somebody. And you'd better know here, after the verb to what, you have to put for. This is the preposition. Okay? But because there are prepositions after verbs and so on, after go you say to, I go to. This is the direction, the direction. After work, you say words, wait for. I wait for you. And I'm going to explain you also look, how to say look, the meaning of look. Also, when it looked, it's another thing. Look for, another thing. Look like, another thing. Look after, another thing. Looking also. We are going to see all these differences. You'd better stay tuned. And if you have question, you'd better send an SMS. It will be welcome. Right. And if you want to come to teach like Mr. Mike on TV, come. You'll be welcome. Yes, already about I'm still home waiting for somebody. Do you still keep on going to nights, your friends? You don't still speak English. You do not. Okay? Because don't is the short form of do not. You're going to say you do not speak or you don't speak, never mind, in the same. Again, used in affirmative sentences, and you can also use it for others. Example, you can speak again. You must cry again. Do it again. Work again. Have you seen? Okay, Mr. David, we need another page. The second one, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm right. I am not mistaken, I'm right. Okay? You'd better make practice over there home. You know, you practice. You know that we often say practice makes perfect. By uttering words, by speaking, by conjugating, using grammatical structures. You'll go ahead, your language will progress. Okay? Learning for a human being doesn't have any ends. We have to read again and again, several times. Comparison. Thank you, Mr. David. Comparison. In English, we have comparison of equality. We have comparison of inequality. Comparison of inferiority. We start by the comparisons. I say comparisons. When I say comparisons, because the stress is on P. The reason why I stress over there, I have to stress there. First, comparison of equality. Comparison of equality. Okay? In comparison of equality, we have to use as plus adjective plus as. That means in French, it's over there, you are seeing. Because here I cannot speak French, it's let's speak English. It's not like let's speak French, but it's written over there. You're gonna understand. All right. We also have comparison of inequality. Comparison of inferiority. Let me read examples. Okay. The first is Mr. Mike and Mr. Florison. Okay. Mr. Mike is as tall as Mr. Florison. Yes. Mr. Mike is as tall as Mr. Florison. It means that we are the same. I'm going quickly because I have to explain to you equality. Equality is the act of being equal. This is equality. The act of being equal. And when I say Mr. Mike is as tall as Mr. Florison, it means we have the same size. We are the same. This is equality. I say equality. The second is I make comparison between Goldberg and Triple H. I say Goldberg is as strong as Triple H. Am I right? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I don't know if you refuse, you can say you can choose Triple H. Never mind. But Mr. Mike chose Goldberg. My father is as good as my mother. My father is as good as my mother. It means my father is kind. Okay, my father, sometimes he is funny. He's funny. He's the same. Okay. when they're talking together with your mother, you know, sometimes they choke together. Oh, it makes happy. This is a harmony in the family. Right, I keep on. Comparison of inequality. What means inequality? Inequality means not equal. Not equal, unfair. Inequality. Let's read examples here. But first of all, we have the structural information. Not so plus adjective plus as. Or not as plus adjective plus as. It means in French, you are seen. You'd better read. The first example here, we have Marie-Rose is not as stupid as Igor. Marie-Rose is not as stupid as Igor. Or Marie-Rose is not so stupid as Igor. Another one, we have I make comparison between Sandra and Irene. I say Sandra is not bad as Irene. Sandra is not Sandra is not so bad as Irene. Or you can also say Sandra is not as bad as Irene. Never mind. We have to keep it in our mind. We have to master it. It's something interesting. And comparison of inferiority. I say inferiority. Comparison of inferiority. Inferiority is the state of being inferior. Inferiority is the state of being inferior. Let's read examples here. I make the difference between mass and atoms. Mass is less big than atoms. Mass is less big than atoms. We speak about less here, inferiority. Example is less clever than him. They are less clever than them. Which students are less clever than within school, because we have within center and within school. Okay, and with Mr. Mike, the general manager of within center and within school. But this is a school to become. Okay, it's on the way. It's going to come. Within school, you'd better keep it today, and we are going to see it tomorrow. It will be, realized. Let's come back here. The second example is wisdom is less clever than winner. Wisdom is less clever than winner. Right? Okay. At home, you'd better practice. You'd better make comparison or practicing, discussing together. You know, if you're learning English with Mr. Mike and the family, okay, never mind. This is a good time, and it's good for you because you saw a lot of people learning together. It will be interesting. once you're discussing together, asking questions, and another one answers, if you don't understand, if it's sometimes difficult for you, you'd better send an SMS to Mr. Mike Swiss to explain to you, or say you'd better call, because as last time so many people called me when I was teaching used to present habits and past habits. Okay, it was like this. Okay, but it's not the lesson of today, but you have to know that when you speak about to be used to means to be accustomed to. It's in parentheses, right? And let me read again here. I was speaking about comparisons. Okay, in English we have comparison of equality, comparison of inequality, comparison of inferiority. Okay, there are also others. Others are going to come next time. Next time I'm gonna bring it. You'd better be patient. Okay, we are going to do it as usual. This is my passion. Okay, this is my passion. When I do it, when I teach people like this on TV, I feel free, I'm happy, I feel good. Okay, we are speaking about comparison. We have comparison of equality. I told you equality is the act of being equal. This is equality, and we have the formation. You can say as, or you can use as plus adjective plus as again. In French, there is the meaning over there. The first example is Mr. Mike is as tall as Mr. Flarison. Okay, and also Goldberg is as strong as Triple H, and my father is as good as my mother. Right? It's simple. It's not difficult. You know. Sometimes people say, Mr. Mike, English is difficult to understand. No, English is not difficult. If you want, you can. Okay? And you'd better know that it's better late than never. It's better late than never. Don't say that I'm a father, there's no time for me anymore. I don't have time anymore to learn English. It will be difficult for me to learn English. No. Okay? Once you're alive, you'd better have a high vision. Okay? You'd better be like an eagle. An eagle can be above the tree, but it can have the capacity of seeing even under the water. Above the tree, seeing under the water. But when it comes back with the purpose, which one? Of catching the fish. And it's gonna catch it so as to go. We have to work like this. We have to work like an eagle, right? It's the way of encouraging you. Okay? You'd better hope. You'd better have a high vision for learning. Don't say that difficult. No, it's easy. It's easy like good morning. When you say good morning, it's easy. Right? Okay. And if you keep on doing what I'm asking you, what we are doing here every Tuesday, I think it will be great for you. And tomorrow you'll say, oh, thank you, Mr. Mike. Thank you, Mr. Mike. You helped me so much. Right? Okay. And I was speaking about my father is as good as my mother. This was the comparison of equality, and also have the comparison of inequality. I told you inequality means not equal. Inequality means unfair. Okay, and here we have Marie-Rose is not so stupid than Igor. You can also say Marie-Rose is not as stupid spelled as ego. These are ways of using. And we have Sandra is not so bad as Irene. Irene, okay? Mom Irene Givula, I greet you, Mom. Okay, I know that you are watching on TV right now. Thank you. And comparison of inferiority. I say inferiority. Said inferiority is the state of being inferior. Right? But don't accept it. Don't accept it in a good way, okay? Okay, in a good way. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. You say, oh, I cannot be inferior, you know. In a good way, it's fine. It's the way of encouraging you to do like him, to do like another one, but in a good way. You say, oh, that is good, okay? His way of working is good. Oh, I'm gonna do like him. But don't do it in another way, because there are some other people, when he says I'm gonna do like him, you seek or you look for killing that one or someone so as to replace. No, we are not the same. Okay, we are really different. You'd better care about it. I was speaking about comparison of inferiority. Okay. We have here less plus adjective plus than. In French, on the left. Example, you say Max is less big as atoms. Right? And the last example here, it's not winner and wisdom and winner, no, it's Sanders. Okay? Sanders is less clever than Jean-Félix. Okay? It's just an example. Mr. Sanders, I greet you, okay? Mr. Jean-Félix Mwema Ngandu, I greet you also. But this is an example, a simple example, okay? It's not the truth. Okay, my example is Sanders is less clever than Jean-Félix. Okay? This is the way of using already, still, yet, again, and comparison of equality and inequality. Okay? Excuse me, let me read SMS here. Okay. Someone told me, hello, Mr. Mike. I appreciate what you're doing. It's really interesting. Keep on doing. You will go far. Thanks a lot. And another one asked me about the schedule. Okay, it's every Tuesday at 1:20 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Keep on sending messages. Okay. But I need to emphasize again for a second time, because this is my way of saying, my way of speaking, my way of encouraging people. You know, someone called me last time asking me the center. The center is in Lemba Township, across from, in front of Resurrection Church. There is, there is Lubisi Street. Over there on Lubisi Street, there is a school. We are inside, and also on Emancipation Street. This is our office. When you come there, you will be welcome. Mr. Mike will be there, and some other people. You are going to learn English. Over there, we are not focused on American English. It's not only American English, right? Over there, we are focused on American and British English, showing you the difference between American and British English. Okay? I mean, we don't have a lot of differences, but some differences that can make the comparison between British and American English. Okay. Yes. Example: when you say beautiful, okay, in British you can say beautiful. Okay, it depends, but don't oblige people speaking as you need. If you speak with with someone who uses British English, you understand, right? If you speak with someone who uses American English, you understand. It's not a problem, right? And we also have, it's what I'm used to saying, we also have research and research. It's what I often say, because about research we've got two stresses, okay? The first on S, the second on, the first on R, the second on S, okay? And then you can say research or research. We also have bureau or bureau. Okay, example, Federal Bureau, the investigation. We've got a lot of differences. Okay. And Mr. David Nguye, I am almost in the end of this TV show. Very happy. I am really happy. In addition, or especially when you send me SMS, when you call me, so as to encourage me, so as to know, about with Win Center, it makes me happy. You'd better keep on working in that way, and God will bless you. You will become a VIP, very important person in the forthcoming years. It's good. Thank you very much, Mr. David Nguye. It's what I was saying. This is Hope TV. As I'm used to saying, we have to give the message of hope. You have to be hopeful, okay? You have to be hopeful, knowing that tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better, all right? When you say, oh, it's over for me, I'm unuseful. No, don't say that. Don't say like this. This is a better way of thinking. You didn't come in this earth to accompany people here, to escort people. No. God sent you here because you have a mission to realize. You have a mission, right? Okay. When you say it's over for me, no, it's not good. You'd better say, even if today is tricky, even if today life is hard, we have to struggle in the life. Life is a struggle. Life is not easy. But you'd better be hopeful, knowing that tomorrow will be happy. Tomorrow will be correct for you, because God knows, God sees. Okay, God doesn't forget you. He doesn't forget us. Even if our country, we'd better pray for it. So our country, pray for authorities. Okay, that will be something interesting. But sometimes I regret when I often hear Congolese people saying we have to sell this country so as to share money, and another one, or each one of us is gonna look for another country. This is a bad way of thinking. You'd better love your country. This is your country. Okay, you'd better love your country. If you travel abroad today, you travel abroad, you live abroad today, and sometimes they will tell you it's not your country. When are you going to go back? When are you going to go back? This is for telling you that it's not your country. You Congolese, you'd better be happy being Congolese. You'd better accept it, okay? It's not by any chance you are Congolese. It's not by any chance. It's not by any chance you live in Congo, okay? You'd better think over for your country. Think over. Don't ask what the country can do for you, but on the contrary, what are you going to do for your country? Of course, yes, the country has to do something for us. The government has to create so many factories. Of course, yes. But if it's not the time, Don't fold your arms like this without nothing to do. This is the way you're being lazy. Don't be lazy. You'd better be courageous. You'd better be courageous, knowing that I'm gonna have tomorrow. I'm gonna earn the life tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. We are going to see you we are going to meet next time. Bye. Bye.
My faithful friend, you're there everywhere I go in my life. My faithful friend, in the darkness a light shone over my life. My faithful friend, you bring peace in my heart in the trouble. Faithful friend, you are.